Hey, I'm Pete.
I'm Steve.
You're watching the White Label Lounge, and today we're going to be talking to Qual.
Hey, welcome back to the White Label Lounge. We got a huge show for you today. We have Jonathan Sullivan on, who used to be in Jack's Mannequin, now in a band called Qual. So as of today, we have something in common with Jay Leno,
Craig Kilborn,
Jimmy Kimmel, and now the White Label Lounge.
That's right.
So we're really excited to have him here, man. It's a band that we absolutely love. But first, we're going to do our recommendations. My recommendation for this week is an album from Dr. John called Desertively Bonnaroo. So the first question people usually have is, the hell does that mean? So I looked it up. Desertively is a mix of the words definitely and positively.
Desertively.
So, yeah, so he does the same thing. Dr. John did that theme song for Blossom, so Opinionation he came up with. You remember that? Opinionation?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm older than you. So that and Bonnaroo basically means the best of something, like, so you're wearing your Bonnaroo clothes, right?
Right.
Or Qual is a Bonnaroo band, that kind of thing, right?
Or you're going to the Bonnaroo Festival. They better live up to that fucking name.
Matter of fact, that's where they got the name.
Yeah, they better live up to it.
Yeah. And speaking of which, speaking of Bonnaroo, that's sponsored by Star Hill, which we happen to be drinking today. That worked out well. Yeah. Enjoy. So the record, back to that, is phenomenal record. People are like, Dr. John, man, wasn't he on the Sleepless in Seattle soundtrack? Yes, but back in the early 70s, man, he was a funky bitch. So he did an album with the Meters, which, as everybody knows, is one of the funkiest bands on the planet.
Everybody
knows that. You should know it if you don't. The deal is that they're from one of the funkiest cities. They're the funkiest band in said funkiest city. So thereby, one of the funkiest bands of all time, right? So they were backing up Dr. John. This thing is a nonstop party, man. Start to finish. When it's not super funky, it's like sing-along, kind of march through the streets of New Orleans kind of stuff, man. I love it.
I don't think we've ever said funky that many times on the White Label Lounge in one sitting.
Yeah, funky you.
Yeah, it's funky. It's funky. That's fantastic. I'm going to have to check it out because I'm not familiar with the album.
That's horrible.
And after we get done taping, I'm sure Steve's going to literally beat me for not being familiar
right.
with the band. But so my recommendation is actually not an album or a film or anything like that this year. It's actually going to be a duo. I'm trying to recommend Chemicals of Creation. They're a DJ duo. As they refer to themselves, they're a electronic music experience.
Are they funky?
They're funky. They're sure. Yes, they are funky. They're two guys from New York. They're out in Brooklyn. And actually, it's DJ Dr. Teeth, which is a great
like the
Muppet reference,
yeah.
And Devin James. And they're two guys. They met at Syracuse University. Since then, they have played with Steve Aoki, R2DJ, nope, RJD2.
RJD2.
Yeah. Skrillex. I mean, they played with a lot of bands that are big in the electronic front. And it's great. We actually got a video from Chemicals of Creation that we're going to go ahead and watch. It's a little clip put together of some of their live footage from a show in Philadelphia.
Let's check it out.
So we're going to check that out right now.
Cause you're lost in front of me. I'm true, I'm losing you. Cause you're lost in front of me. I'm true. It's only gonna bring you down tonight. Electrify my body and you're making me feel like I'm so electric. Everything you do is making me blow, blow, blow. Don't know what to do about it, can't seem now to live without.
So that was it, Chemicals of Creation. So if you guys are ever up in the Brooklyn area and want to have a crazy dance party with hula hoops and glowing glasses and fucking crazy shit, look for some Chemicals of Creation. But for now, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back with Kid is Qual.
Olay.
All right.
Hey, welcome back to the White Label Lounge. We're joined today by Jonathan Sullivan of Kid is Qual. Get out. Jonathan, man, thanks so much for coming out tonight. We appreciate you being here. I wanted to ask first just a little bit about your history. You spent a long time in Jack's Mannequin, and we just wanted to know how you got that gig. They were on the West Coast, you were East Coast. How did that work out?
The short story, the guitar player Bob, we went to VC together,
Yeah.
and his band River City High. Something Corporate was opening for them on their first tour, and Bob, got in the band, and I actually got Bob in River City High because I used to live with one of the guys, and so then he was doing that, and then he was hanging around town. I was like, man, there's this moving to Cali. There's this doing this band Jack's Mannequin. It's gonna be big.
Yeah.
I was just like, who's playing bass? He's like, nobody. I was like, how about me?
Nice.
So,
And it was pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, he was saying he was right too, man. He was like, it was definitely crazy to see it, right in the beginning stages, man.
Absolutely.
Beatle-esque.
Right. See it just blow up.
Yeah, well, I could tell at the first tour, you know what I'm saying? Like it was, yeah,
Girls going nuts and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely
It's the rock star life right there, right?
it was cray.
Absolutely.
I bet it was.
So you were playing in Jack's Mannequin. Did you start working on Kid is Qual while you were playing in Jack's Mannequin?
Yeah, yes sir.
How'd that kind of come about?
I was just, I'm a creative dude, man. So we're working on that stuff, but obviously, Steve, he knows you from back in the day.
Yeah.
Been heavier, different kind of style bands. So I was just kind of, messing around and, kind of digging on. We have dance parties on the bus and stuff. So I was always kind of dropping Zap and Gap
Nice.
Band and Ozzy Brothers and Barcades and all that kind of stuff. So. Just started kind of messing with it, you know what I mean? And then, bought a talk box and figured out how to work that. Actually, did some talk boxing with Jax too on a song Suicide Blonde.
Oh,
Actually,
that's cool.
Okay.
Used to do it, somehow snuck that in. And it started around like probably 2007 or so.
Okay.
Started demoing out the first couple songs.
That's cool. That's cool.
Fantastic.
So some of the influences for the band you were just mentioning, like Roger Troutman and Zap, right?
Oh,
And,
definitely. Yeah, Troutman, of course.
Yeah. And Gap Band, but then Death from Above 1979, which I hear some of that in what you're doing
Oh,
too.
Death from
so-
Above, of course. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dirty bass.
Huge fan of Death from Above 1979.
Totally
dirty.
cool band, man. But that's a pretty wide range of stuff. So how do you think it comes together to form Kid is Qual?
Well, just Death from Above, is the bass band. So I just wanted to try something different. I was like, well, let me see if I can make some different sounds. I've been kind of experimenting with kind of like a kind of pitched up bass for a long time. Like I used to do it in my old band by Remo.
Yeah.
A couple songs I'd kind of do like freak out solos and just try to have more of like a bass groove, kind of like hard hitting, but like
Sure.
Death from Above kind of had that kind of nasty grit,
Right.
driving, but kind of wanted that like little bit of R&B kind of sheen, kind of dance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how it is. You kind of are what you eat. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the original stuff's amazing, man. You ever do any covers of like Zap, like any Computer Love or anything? You
Oh
ever
yeah,
sneak
yeah.
in there?
We did. I Can Make You Dance.
Nice.
Yeah, but that stuff's hard to do, man, because
Yeah.
it's like trying to cover like Stairway to Heaven or something.
Right.
right.
You know what I mean? Plus he had 2 or 3 guys doing like layers of talk boxing
Sure.
and singers on top. We're like 3-piece, so it's kind of like it's a slim and trim.
Right.
Yeah.
But the talk box orchestra would definitely be awesome.
Would be fantastic.
Totally.
I mean, for a lot of people at home who might not realize it, don't really get what we're talking about here, the best way to show them is to show one of your videos. And we're actually going to show the video for my favorite track from the album, Nights of Olay. But you said you have a story behind the Nights of Olay.
Oh, Nights of Olay, yeah. It's funny. Like I was telling you before, man, all kind of blends together, man. The drink kids don't do it. Stay away from the Maker's Mark. But we just, it was just, when you're on the road, man, it's just like, you're just doing the same thing every day. It's like, just drinking, it's like, band like that. I mean, no offense, but it's like, you can go out there and sleepwalk and they love it. It's just like freaking out. So we're just like, partying all the time. And so it was just like, it's talking about like, like the Brotherhood of Knights or something.
Right.
We're talking about Olay being like, partying. So I was like, man, we're like the round table of knights, the Knights of Olay. So the song, talk about like, Drew,
Yeah,
singer,
right.
Jax and B-Raw and Trew and all my friends, everybody just getting fucked up and
That's awesome.
making bad decisions and having good times and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, I guess the best way to show off the Nights of Olay is to watch the video for the Nights of Olay.
Olay,
So let's kick it in.
Olay.
Cheers over here, man. Get me in.
it is. The Knights of Olay. I think I want to join the knighthood of Olay.
Hey, hey.
It looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, we want to come to
Olay
that
is
party.
the case.
There
Olay
it
is
is.
the case.
Yeah.
Well, so you guys actually have a rapper named Trew who shows up on a couple of your tracks.
Yes.
And so we're actually going to bring Trew out right after the break.
Welcome back to the White Label Lounge. Right before the break, we saw a video from Qual from the first EP, which is called
Damn son.
Right. We're
Damn
joined now. You might have noticed
Son.
we have a new guest. This is Trew. Everybody say hi to Trew.
Hey, Trew.
Hey, what's going on?
Right on.
All right.
Now, Trew, you were featured on 2 tracks on the first EP.
That is correct. Damn Son and Crumb.
Yeah, you're a crumb, I'm Olay.
Nice, which are both killing, by the way.
Appreciate
How'd you
that.
guys get hooked up?
Well, we have a mutual friend. Shout outs to my man, Bro.
All right.
He put us in contact with each other. I heard his music, he heard mine. It was mutual respect, and from there,
Love it first listen.
yeah, it was awesome. You know,
yeah,
so
cool.
he asked me to tour with him, and I did, and it's been a wrap ever since.
Right on.
Wow, I just feel like we're just getting punnier and punnier. Yeah. Well, so, Jonathan, I got to say, so Qual, of course, working a lot with Trew. You get some rap in there. Have there been other hip hop that's really influenced, what you've done with Qual?
Yeah, I grew up in the 80s, you know what I mean? So it's like, I was always into, early rap, like Mantronics and,
Yeah, Mantronics.
Schoolie D,
Totally.
EPMD. I mean, I know you have a bunch of favorites as well.
Yeah, EPMD as well. Tribe Called Quest was huge.
Love Tribe,
for me.
yeah.
Love
That
some
was-
Tribe.
That was a life changer.
Yeah. That low end theory when that came out, man, everything just changed. didn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely. So,
Great stuff.
yeah, definitely.
Speaking of rap, you got a remix of your, by the way, awesome song, Ass of the Year. I think it might be my favorite that you've done. But you got a remix coming out with Schoolie D.
Schoolie D, yes.
Yeah, now how'd you work that out? And tell people who Schoolie D is in case they weren't alive in the 80s.
In case they're uninformed.
Like this guy.
Yeah, well, most cats might know him from, like he does a theme song on Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah, man.
Number 1 in the Hood G.
Yeah.
Actually, the new one comes out this Sunday too. So
Sweet.
He redid it. So it's him and a mariachi band. But I had his tapes in the '80s and stuff. Like when I was in middle school, I had like Gucci Time and PSK and No More Rock and Roll and all that stuff.
Right.
And I had my buddy Jimmy, and he plays in Eric Hutchinson band. They toured with Jags, and he's from Philly, and he played with Schoolie. Kind of brought it up. It's kind of interesting. I was like, It's like a name I haven't heard in a while. Schoolie D
Right.
or whatever. So played a show and. Schoolie was digging it. He's fresh. He's a knight too.
Got a bunch of Knights of Olay.
Yeah, he definitely. He likes the ladies. He likes a good time. So he fits in well with what we're all doing. So
Right.
did it up and just sort of recorded the style and AOTY Ass of the Year.
Yeah, you pleased with the outcome of the recordings on it?
Oh man, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's the worst. Definitely don't mind.
I don't want to say anything.
The only way for people to know how bad it is to go out and buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
buy it.
No, it's fresh. I mean, he's a lot of fun. I mean, just saying what's true too. I mean, I wasn't like, we just kind of just collaborated. All his ideas are cool. I prefer, just cats kind of come in and do their thing, feel
Right.
good about it, bring, kind of add to the vibe or whatever. So yeah, it's real open and real spontaneous.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean,
Great.
just to complement the big dual bass sound of the
Excellent.
Qual.
Of Qual.
Can't wait to hear it, man. So,
Yeah, I'm
so it's
looking
going to be
forward to
available
it.
on iTunes soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be up soon, so probably the next week or two.
Great.
Now, Trew. I know you don't just perform with Qual. Tell me a little. What's some kind of stuff you got going on?
Right now, I've been working on some different projects as well, releasing some music. I used to work with one of Jay-Z's producers, Ski Beats. So I've worked with him on a lot of music as well. And then
Going the way of Hove.
Yeah, Hope. So I did a little stuff with his producer, a couple other hip hop producers, and but I've always played different instruments and done different things. So I kind of took a time out, and while I was taking my time out, that's when I met John. So
Great.
it was cool. It actually taught me how to put several different genres together, and I could just make music and be true.
It's great stuff, man. We love it. We love the stuff we
Thank
put
you,
online.
Adam.
So people should check that out too. Where can they check it out online?
You can check me out on Facebook, which I believe is Facebook.com/Trew Music, Trew, and I'm on Twitter as well. And same thing with the website, trewmusic.com.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have some more with Qual. Hey, welcome back to the White Label Lounge. We're here with Qual. It's time for questions from our viewers. So we have one from John Gross in Austin, Texas. And he wants to know, two-part question. First, do you consider yourselves a dance band? And second, how awesome is Chromeo?
Oh wow, yeah, Chromeo is awesome.
That's one part.
Yeah, they definitely they have the Roger Troutman sauce going on.
Yes, they do.
You know, they got the love. They talk about him in his bio.
Yeah.
Statue of Roger Troutman or whatever. So yeah, Chromeo is awesome. Yeah, they should take us on tour.
Right on.
In fact, but yeah, I think we're a dance band. We're like a trashy, you know, kind of bass gutter kind of trash band.
It's a party band.
Yeah, we're like I consider us like crunk bass rock or something.
All right.
There we go. New genre, crunk bass rock.
Yeah. So
Represent.
Coined here.
we always attempt to make the ladies shake it. So you know, hopefully that's the case. So.
Well, that's great. That actually leads into our next question, which comes from @Elride on Twitter. And @Elride wants to know, which of you has the ass of the year?
I have to say, no homo, true.
And it also comes as part 2. Prove it.
Let's see that ass of the year.
I mean, Trew works it out at the gym, so you know,
but
put it on display, man.
that is not my thing. So.
Well, you know, if you want to go the other side, you know, of course, you know, but we're talking about the females, so no offense to the
Right, I hear you.
to that, you know, other side of things. You know, that's cool.
And
That's more for us, you know what I mean? The ratio improves as far as ladies go, so, you know. But yeah, AOTY, we're talking about the ladies.
Right on,
To make
right
this,
on.
make this
To make it clear.
official, yes.
Just to clear things up.
40 inches plus. We talk about that, all that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
You know, a small waist, you know, ass to waist ratio. It's like a math equation.
It's scientific. That
Square
shit is
root of the ass.
scientific.
I can't long divide, but I can do that math. You know what I mean?
And we have one more question before we go, and that's from an audience member. She's too scared to ask, but Jonathan, she wants to know how you got so hot. It's an extension of the ass of the year question, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you know. I'm not sure what to say about that.
You're right. All right.
I guess I ate my Wheaties.
Yeah, there you go.
Lots of sleep. Maker's Mark.
Lots of sleep and Maker's Mark.
And, you know.
Jägermeister.
Lots of, and a lot of rubbing on Trew. Trew's
Rubbing on the ass of the year for Trew.
GOTY, son.
So,
The guy of the year. He's the guy of the
So
year.
before any erotic touching starts happening, we're gonna go ahead and say thanks so much to Qual for coming on the show tonight.
Oh, thank you for having us, man.
We also got to say, everyone, check out the new EP, Ladies' Choice, artwork above. It's fantastic. You can get it at iTunes, Amazon, any place else they can pick it
Yeah, it's
up.
on Spotify. I mean, you know, I'm sure it's on, well, I guess Pirate Bay is gone, so whatever you knew.
Support these guys, though. Don't rent it. Buy it.
Yeah,
Buy
if you can, it's cool, you know.
And so we're going to thank everybody for watching that. We're going to go out with a video for their new single, Conflict Girl, right now.